Hi Libra, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rosie Victoria and I'm a psychic business coach. You have come to the right place if you want monthly readings, you want to dive into sales, strategy, identity, and the science behind success. Now drop me a like and subscribe if you are ready to find out what's in store for September 2024. As I'm looking at your energy right now, there's something huge coming through around expectation. I feel like you've been expecting quite a lot of yourself over the last couple of months, and there's definitely been some comparison going on in your energy field. It feels as though you're comparing yourself to people around you. You're feeling like you should be further ahead in certain chapters of your life. And this is a really, really hard spot to be because you feel like you're almost coming last in the race. Now, as I'm connecting with that, Spirit is reminding you that you are not in a race right now. And we all do things at different timings in our life based on what is right and what is relevant to us. And so right now, you can't pressure yourself to do better and to perform better, because actually what's needed is to give yourself permission to just know that you're doing your best. I feel like you have such a high level of perfectionism anyway. And as I'm looking at the September month, it feels like it's really easy for you to question yourself and question whether you're giving it your best shot. Now, sometimes in life, things don't work out, not because we're not giving it our best, but because we're in a journey. And you are in a journey right now. You're in an unfolding journey and there is no race. Just because you haven't got there yet, just because you haven't arrived at that full satisfaction in your life, doesn't mean that you aren't going to get there. And I feel like this is a time of not just enjoying the journey, but actually allowing yourself to be content not knowing the answers for a little bit of time. It feels very much like this is a neutral time in your life. And when we look at the neutral line, everybody always considers the neutral to be bad. But when I connect with the neutral, it's like this straightforward of just go with the flow. Things will work out. Things will come to the surface. We don't always need to be riding the high and then come in with a crash. Sometimes we just need to be in the neutral energy. There's a lot of silence in your life right now. Silence is the best word that I have for you, where it's just let it flow. You don't need to be finding the answers. There's nothing that you need to be finding the answers to. There's nothing that's absent from your life. I feel like you just need to be content with this chapter. And that can be hard when we're constantly thriving for something more and we want to, keep stretching our capacity in life. But actually right now, just enjoy what you have around you. You are a very busy person naturally, especially those of you who are listening to this reading. You are very, very busy. You are very, very active. And I feel sometimes we just need periods where we say, do you know what? I'm going to chill out a little bit. And as I'm looking September, October for you, it definitely feels more of a chill out season. It feels like you can't be going full force a million miles an hour anymore. You're having to give yourself permission to say, where do I slow down? Where do I slow down and just give myself a minute to just think things through? I feel like when I'm looking at the thinking things through, it's like this is not a time to be thinking about any life big decisions. It's more of a time of thinking how you feel in the stillness. Stillness is something that unnerves you, but it's actually something that then becomes very, very distracting for you because you're bouncing so many ideas and so many different things around your life that are not actually serving you because you're trying to avoid the silence. And if you could just sit in the silence for 1 minute, this is where you're going to create your most magnetized energy. And so I feel right now your fear of the silence is something that you need to lean into. You are going to be forced into a lot of quiet time over the next 2 months. And I feel that can feel very, very unnerving for you energetically. When I look at that quiet time, there's numerous reasons. I feel like right now it's like other people in your life are distracted by things that they're working on. And so they have things going on for themselves and they're not going to be able to spoon feed that connection with you continuously. And it just feels like you're then having to look at, okay, I'm on my own here. My partner's working over here and this person's doing this over there. And I'm sat with myself. And it's really easy to sit with myself and say, should I do this? And should I do that? And what about this? And get really distracted in the chaos. But actually, maybe I just need to be silent. Maybe I just need to be in the silence for a moment. When was the last time that you sat down, read a book? When was the last time that you went to the gym? Because these are all things that I'm seeing for you in September is a fill your cup season. It's a fill your cup and give yourself what it is that you need and enjoy every inch of doing that. Because the thing is, things don't stay quiet forever. And the back end of the year, you have some really, really big things coming to the surface. But right now, it's like you can't search for the clarity in your life. Like, just be where you are. You don't need anything in this moment. So don't get stuck into, what do I need to do career-wise? How am I going to build a business? What about this idea? What about I change this? What about we decorate the house right now? Like, stop being scattered. Just be still. Just enjoy your time with yourself. Enjoy your time in stillness. There is nothing that needs to be done. Outside of the silence, you have a lot of insecurities and paranoia that come to the surface. It feels like when things are silent and you're not getting confirmation from somebody of, everything's fine in the relationship, everything's okay, you go into this panic mode. And because you go into this panic mode, you then start to doubt yourself, you then start to doubt the things around you. It just becomes a big whirlwind. Now, what's coming to the surface is that you need to remember that paranoia is not somebody else's problem. And so there's certain people in your life that because of your insecurities, you're pushing them away, you're throwing your insecurities at them. And actually, this is a time for you to sit with your insecurities. There is nobody in your surrounding that I see energetically that is almost mistreating you or coming in as this like bad energy right now. It feels like you almost have to sink in and allow yourself to just trust your gut instincts, but also trust other people, because it does feel like because there's time being spent with yourself, it's so easy to attach to worry and panic and fear and frustration. And you just need to let that go and really sink back into your own feelings. I'm being told that this is a time of creating your own reassurance, that other people in your life can't give you that reassurance anymore. I feel like where you've needed that continuous reassurance, it's like other people are saying, I can't do that anymore. I can't continuously tell you everything's going to be okay and everything's going to be fine and, I love you. They don't want to reassure it. They don't want it to come from this icky energy. And so them going somewhat less communicative in words does not mean that they don't care. But what it does mean is that they want you to find your inner confidence.